Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
An elderly man was found dead in his Rowan County driveway and is thought to be dead. And people living in Lexington are remembering a homicide victim. A teenager is accused of stealing 2 semi-trucks in one night. These stories and breaking news as it happens coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning and welcome in on this fabulous Friday. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off and so does Micah. And here with us, gracing us with his presence, is Jim Caldwell.
They're still gone, you know. I don't know when they'll ever be back. I'm here through sometime next week, so they've got some time off. Bill might be back next week. Rounds of showers and thunderstorms are rolling across the area this morning, again heightening that heavy rain threat that we expect over the next several days. We might catch a break tomorrow afternoon, so there's your silver lining, and that's what we'll look forward to. But right now, it is very active across central Kentucky. Here in Lexington, you're tracking some heavy rain back out toward Masterson Station. You go out south of Paris, more heavy rain there. And then the folks out in Winchester seeing a little bit of a break, but more rain coming for you as well. Georgetown, Frankfort also in on the heavy rain. Then we move out to parts of eastern Kentucky from Jackson down to Hazard. You are seeing some of those very heavy showers, a little bit of lightning showing up out there as well. Let's give you the breakdown really quickly. Heavy rain pattern continues. It is starting to really set up here. Storms are going to come a little more active, just like they are out there this morning. And as we head into the weekend, we start focusing on the high water potential. So we'll be watching for that with these rounds of heavy rain rolling across Kentucky. I'll break it all down for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
Well, a friend showed up to check on him but made a shocking discovery instead. Police say someone killed an 82-year-old man outside his Rowan County home. Police say Lloyd Souder's friend found him dead Thursday afternoon outside the home on Lafayette Drive near Moorhead. WKYT's Garrett Weimer talked to one of Souder's friends.
As the sun set, it was an eerie scene where Lafayette Drive meets Conley Cemetery Road. Police say it was here they found 82-year-old Lloyd Souders dead in his driveway. Those who knew the victim tell me he was a nice man, a good man, and a man that was a lot of fun to be around.
We was always cutting up, carrying on, and you couldn't meet a better guy.
Chris Duffy says he knew Souders from when they worked as mechanics.
There wasn't nothing he couldn't do, but no, he just gonna be missed.
Shocked as the home where he says his friend lived alone became a crime scene. Investigators say they do suspect foul play. They're investigating the death as a murder.
But I just like to know what kind of lowlife it really takes to do something like that to an elderly man. I mean, it is really ridiculous. The man lived 80-some years old just to have some punk murder him, you know. That's basically what the guy is, a punk.
As the investigation continues, for Duffy, there's still a lot of questions unanswered. In Rowan County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Well, police have not said if they have any suspects in this particular case. A Madison County man now admits he killed his grandmother 6 years ago. The Richmond Register reports William Trimble pleaded guilty to murder. He admitted to using a hammer to kill his grandma, 78-year-old Joanne Tribble, in her Richmond home in 2008. William Tribble was 17 at the time. He'll be sentenced later this month. Prosecutors have recommended a 35-year prison sentence, but Tribble would be eligible for parole after 20 years. A man charged with murder in Fleming County made his first court appearance yesterday. Police arrested 37-year-old Kevin Howard in Lexington Wednesday night. According to the arrest citation, Howard and Charles Black killed Randall Russell, a Grant County teacher and professor who disappeared in August. Police found Russ's body last week in Fleming County. They arrested Black soon after. They think the two men stole Russ's truck and burned a mattress to hide evidence. Norma Brown's family tells us she's been missing for 2 weeks and was last seen with Howard. Remembering a life cut short, family and friends of a Lexington man killed during a home invasion gathered to pay tribute to him. Police say 2 masked men shot 36-year-old Darnell Bates early Sunday morning. He was the general manager at a car wash in Lexington, and that's where those who knew him gathered yesterday for a vigil. WKYT's Jerica Insko talked to Bates' brother.
Although many people are still mourning his death, several people met up here at Goo Goo Car Wash in Lexington, where he had just become general manager. About 100 people showed up to celebrate his life. For some, it was almost too much to handle.
It's okay. It's okay.
The death of Darnell Bates came as a surprise to everyone close to him.
I don't understand.
John Bates is the man's younger brother, and as you just heard, he and many others are still trying to wrap their minds around what happened.
She has lost her son, right, for something senseless.
Lexington police saying he was shot in the back and killed during a home invasion.
I just want justice for my brother. You know, it's hard, you know, just going through this. I ain't never lost nobody this close to me.
They all know candles, nice words, and balloons
For the love of Darnell. Amen.
won't bring back the 36-year-old father of two.
We ask you to strengthen this family.
But together they say they can get through this devastating time.
And I want to thank every single person that stepped out here tonight, you know, just to show support. This time, that's what we need.
And remember Darnell Bates
I know he's looking down, I know he's smiling.
as the hard worker and friend that he was. There is still a fund set up here at the car wash to help his mother and daughter pay for his funeral costs. In Lexington, Jerica Insko, WKYT.
Thanks so much, Jerica. Darnell Bates' visitation is set for this morning from 10 until noon at Bethesda Baptist Church in Lexington, with his funeral following immediately after. New this morning, Lexington police are on the lookout for two men they say robbed two other men near UK's campus, causing the University of Kentucky Police Department to send out an alert. Lexington police say it happened on UK property near Pennsylvania and Columbia at about 11:30 last night. This then prompted UK police to send out an alert to students to stay far away from the area. Investigators say both men had guns, and they say they have a limited description of the two men. Police say they also were last seen headed north from Columbia Avenue. No injuries were reported in this. Well, after a couple of hours, a standoff at a Lexington home ended peacefully. Police say a man barricaded himself inside a home on Regency Road yesterday. So they blocked off part of the road and evacuated a daycare center next door as a precaution. Police say the man eventually walked out of the home and they took him to a hospital. They say they found a gun inside that home. Police have arrested a man they say hit a school bus, then drove off. It happened Thursday afternoon in Whitley County. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office says 21-year-old Preston Rains hit the bus head on with his car and didn't stop. 4 elementary school students were on the bus. No one was injured. Police later tracked down Rains, and he's now charged with leaving the scene of an accident, possessing a controlled substance, and driving on a revoked license. Well, police have caught a 13-year-old boy they say stole 2 tanker trucks last night. The Clark County Sheriff's Office says the teenager first stole a tanker in Clark County, drove it to Madison County, and abandoned it. A short time later, police say he stole another tanker truck carrying bulk oil at a gas station near exit 95 off I-75 in Madison County. Police say they later pulled over that truck on Interstate 64 near Winchester for having no taillights. They say they soon realized the truck had been stolen. Police have charged the 13-year-old with receiving stolen property. They haven't said how they think the teenager managed to steal both trucks. Also new this morning, Lexington police tell us that a routine traffic stop ended with arresting a teen for stealing a car. Police arrested 19-year-old Mark Coffey after they found him on North Locust Hill. Police tell us that Coffey, along with 3 others, got out of the car and ran when police pulled them over on Riadoso Drive this morning. After investigating, police realized the car had been stolen. Coffey was charged with fleeing and evading and multiple charges of receiving stolen property. Well, the issue of cable TV service in Lexington came up at last night's Urban County Council meeting. A lot of people have opinions on this. The council held its first reading on a proposal that would deny transferring Lexington's cable service from Time Warner to Charter Communications, as Time Warner has proposed. City leaders say they've been flooded with complaints about Time Warner's customer service, and some say that has to improve before the city can approve a transfer.
We only have one cable provider, basically. I mean, Time Warner Cable has our franchise. So we have to negotiate with them. They're it. They own all the cable infrastructure, and so we have to negotiate with them. And that's why we're doing this.
A second reading of the proposal has been set for later this month. Time Warner says it's improved customer service significantly.